Yeah, my people, on a day now, on a day, like the Gisla, I'm the guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Smash the like button, like the vid, guys, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, guys, smash the like button, like the vid, my people. So, guys, it's big breaking news, guys. It's gonna Trent Alexandre Arnold to join Real Madrid. Is here we go. Yes, we've known this for a very long time. But what people were suggesting was like speculation. Is he gonna stay? Is he gonna leave? Because there is no real official news in terms of him staying, leaving. But it's been official now. He is leaving to join Real Madrid in June. By next month, he's leaving to join Real Madrid on a free transfer before the club World Cup. He will be joining June and he'll be playing under the new tutelage of Xabi Alonso because Xabi Alonso will become the new manager of Real Madrid. So he will be joining Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid to become a new Galacticos player. So before that, make sure you like the video, guys. Make sure you also subscribe to the channel. We're gonna be talking about how does it fit into Real Madrid, what is the pros and the cons, the Liverpool fans, where is their head at? Who is to blame? Why did they go? Why did they go for free without a payment? Is it the right move? Is it the wrong move? What do you guys think? And also, where do you rank him in terms of best right back in world football? Because I have grown up with so many right back. I've watched Philip Lam, I've watched Dani Alves, I've watched Cafu. So I've watched so many right back in my head right now. Where do we rank Alexandre Arnold? So you guys you have to give me your take on that. You have to make sure you give me your take on where do you rank him? Where do you put him in the echelon of a right back? For me, he's a world class. Whether people like it or not, he's a world class. He's a world class right back. He's world class. Whether people want to accept it, whether people want to align with it or yet, it's left for you. But he is a world class player. He is a world class player. He is a world class player. For me, he's a world class. Whether people want to accept it or not, he's world class. So the better you accept that, the better for you, the better you accept that. Alexander Arnold is a world class player. Whether people said about deficiency, can he defend? Can he do this? Yes, every player has their own deficiency. Every player does. And watching Arnold play, the chances he created and everything, you can't see he is not a world class player. Yes, when he's not a world class player, his aim is right. So he's earned his opportunity. Growing up as a Liverpool player from the youth academy, like spending almost 20 years at Liverpool as a sorcerer, as a scouser. So it's not easy. But again, I can understand why he wants to go to Madrid. I understand that. But this is the best way they work. Whether people like it or not, yes, they might be going through some difficulties right now. But that doesn't mean Madrid cannot come back. We've seen Madrid come back a lot. But that doesn't mean they can't come back. That doesn't mean they can't come back. We've seen them come back a lot. This Madrid. So we've seen them come back in terms of recruitment and everything. So it's Real Madrid. It's Madrid. We've seen them come back. But again, the question boils down to where do you rank him? And where is Liverpool head at in terms of the fan base, their fan base, like where's Liverpool head at in terms of it? Because I've seen some fans wishing it dead. I've seen some fans wanting it dead. I'm like, you guys just calm down. And I've seen some fans, some want good for him, some want bad for him. I've seen so many fans want good for him. For me, there's nothing like better. He's a world class player. Whether you wanna appreciate it, you wanna accept it or not, he is a world class player. And in my head, I've watched football growing up a lot, watching so many right back. I watched Cafu play, I watched Alves, Dani Alves, Philip Lam, who again in my head I can think of that is the way that I in that kind of actually of a right back. In my head right now, these are the three I can remember. From Beckham is more of a defender to me. So these are the right back I know in my head right now. So Dani Alves is there too. So in the echelon of a world class player, he is there. His assist is there. His creativity is there. You cannot deny his creativity. You can't deny that. That's how good of a player Anord is. Him going to Madrid for me is not horrible. For me, that's the best move. But I understand he wants to move to Madrid because he believes he's won everything he's supposed to win for Madrid. Maybe he wants to win more in terms of more individual accolades. Maybe he believes if we go to Madrid, I'll win more of it. Maybe he wants to go meet his dead body in the Bellingham. You never can tell because maybe he wants to go meet his friend in the Bellingham who they are very, very close a lot. They are very close pal. So imagine him and Bellingham together in the same team. Maybe that's the dream all along. But Liverpool fans should not cause him, should not abuse him. Stop calling him terrible name. That's not good enough. Do not call him terrible name because he's giving his all for the club. He's won you guys Champions League. He's won you guys league title. He's won you guys league title. So stop calling him names, man. Stop calling him names. Appreciate what he has given you guys and not about appreciate what he has given you guys and also you guys have to move on. I know it's from the academy, but again, you gotta respect what like for me as a Chelsea fan, if James and Liverpool wants to leave, they can pack their bag and go. I don't have any sentiment to them at all. I don't. James might as a fan can't even stay fit for me because of him being the captain. Because I have so many customers on him being the captain. So if he does, I won't even give a inch at all. So because I don't care. The strong back Liverpool, the white Balotelli, I don't care. I can go to. I have no attachment to that. To them, I can leave. But for Trent is a world class. And I will say it again. Liverpool will miss the creativity of Alexandre Arnold because what that boy is putting that in terms of creativity cannot be neglected. He is that good of a player. He is very, very, very good. He is good. He's good. SK, how you doing, brother?
I'm delighted. What's up, bro? What's up?
I'm good. It's official. Alexandre Arnold to Madrid. Give me your take.
Yeah, I know. I just posted a video about it today.
Yeah, so I listened to the video. I watched your video. Yes, I did listen. Guys, people, please subscribe to SKCFC on YouTube. Please, guys, my people, please subscribe to the channel, guys. It's very, very important. Your take on Trent, like what the Liverpool fans are kind of getting pissed. Some are calling him names, some are abusing him. Like, what do you think is going on? Like,
no, I understand it. Like this is a guy that came. He didn't just come through their academy. Like, this is a guy that's from the city, and unlike a lot of the other guys that have left, like Liverpool are actually a good team. If you know what I'm saying. Because like usually when people leave Liverpool and go to better clubs, it's like think about like 20 years ago or 30 years ago.
McMahon, Michael Owen.
Yeah, like guys like that. So I get from that perspective, why they'd be frustrated. But ultimately, like you said, this is his career. He's allowed to do whatever he wants. He was able to, give a lot for the club. Like the guy won 2 Premier Leagues, a Champions League, an FA Cup, a League Cup. So you can't really take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this though, like, you better hope that, like, if you're Trent, right, he can't fail in Madrid. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because of the way Alonso plays, I think it fits into what Alonso wants because Alonso plays a wing back formation, which is a bad thing, and it fits into.
I'm just saying in general, if he goes to Madrid, right, and he's not good. He's gonna end up like Michael Owen.
Yeah, but I don't see. Okay, how do I put it? I've watched Anord a lot to see it can fit into any club. That's how good of a player he is. It doesn't need so much of adaptation because that's how good of a player he is. And
I don't think Madrid have the center backs to cover for him.
Yeah, but Madrid is the center back.
Rudiger is going to be out because of I forgot if it was like a knee surgery or whatever. But he's been playing on like an injury for like a long time. Militao is going to be out for a long time as well. So
I know.
So when you think about the kind of center backs that Liverpool had to, cover Trent defensively, you're thinking about like Van Dijk, Matip, Kunate. Do Madrid have players like that at the moment available? No.
At the moment, no. They can be able, they can buy centre back because they are looking to buy centre back, and also too because of the system Xabi Alonso play, which is a battery system. It fits into what Anord wants to do in terms of him being less defensively and more attacking. And it's Alonso. That's why Alonso play football. So it's not as sometimes Alonso alternates from a back to a back three, but predominantly a plays more of a back three formation. And it's
even exactly like if you look at how Alonso uses Frimpong, right, versus Trent. Frimpong he's more of a dribbler than Trent is. Like Trent is, like you said, he's a good passer of the ball, but he's like very stationary. Like he likes to play at his own pace, and which can be slower. And you also have to keep in mind at Madrid, right? He doesn't have someone as good as Mo Salah to take pressure off of him defensively. In the sense that, like, like if you're overlapping Mohamed Salah, right, because of how good of a goal scorer he is, the defenders are gonna put more attention on him than you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, I agree to what you said. But again, Mbappe, Vini, I'm gonna place around him. Who does?
My point is that like they're all on the other side. Vini's gonna play on the left, and Mbappe's gonna play on the center, or on the left. So, and Rodrigo or Goulet, they're not gonna have that same level of threat that Salah is gonna have. So, I'm just saying he's gonna have to be even. He's just gonna have to do even more work in terms of, cleaning up, like being creative, and like it's not gonna be as easy. Is my point.
Yes, I agree to what you said, but I don't think it's gonna be difficult for him to adapt because of I understand that he doesn't have the player Liverpool have in terms of defensive cover like Van Dijk, Ibrahim Konate, and Matip and Co. I understand that, but Madrid are also looking to buy centre back. They're also looking to reshuffle their defense in terms of sell who needed to be sold and buy who needed to be buy. So, and as long as, and it's because it's a new manager coming in, Xabi Alonso, he knows exactly what he wants. If you look at the players on the ground right now, we need to sell and we need to bring him to accommodate where they want. And because he's playing the back three formation, it will suit Alexandre Arnold very, very well. Yes, I know sometimes it's a brick when it comes to defensive aspect, but you cannot tell me his creativity going forward is not sublime. That brother,
I'm not saying that it's not good. It's definitely very good. I'm just saying that he's just gonna have to do it in a different way. So, and I'm interested to see if he can adapt to that, because there's a reason why, for England, he doesn't play as much because they don't really need it. Like what he does well at Liverpool, the English team doesn't need him to do that. So then it becomes a thing of, can you be a normal right back, which obviously is not his strong suit. So.
But I also think because he's more of he's 26 years of age now, he's experienced enough now where he understands the game much better, like when he was a teenager, where he need coaching. Now he's more of a like 26 where he has the experience more now, where he can only just have that little bit of coaching in him. I think he will be able to do the rest himself because he's good. He's good.
He's good, of course.
He's a good player because for me, crossing is good. Creativity, ability is good. So it's someone you cannot neglect. That's what Alexandre Arnold is a very fantastic player. He's that good of a player. Yeah, I understand the fear of losing it, but my fear with my take with Liverpool is you're gonna lose a caliber player like that for free without taking the money. That is for me. That is a sackable offense for me. Whoever sanctioned that deal for me should look into the mirror and be ashamed. It's not just going to a small. It's going to a club like Real-Madrid where you know how good of a team that Madrid team are. I know that around that team with Bellingham, with Mbappe, Vini, that is a very scary proposition. With a new manager coming in, that's a scary proposition to look at. Because when we talk about Anord, there's Cafu, there's Philippe Lam, there's Dani Alves. Who again I can think of in my head right now? Because honestly, whether people like it or not, people don't talk about his defensive ability. Whether people don't like it or not, so Alexandre is a world-class player, and his attributes for me cannot change. You cannot kind of put it. you cannot change his ability as a player because that's how good of a player he is. So where do you want to in terms of um, world class, not world class, borderline? Where do you want to?
I think on the ball he's world class.
Mm-hmm.
And he's specifically passing creativity. He's world class. In terms of like, dribbling, I wouldn't say world class for that. Of course, crossing, he's world class at that. And then defensively, I just think he's just not going to have as much protection at Madrid. That's my main concern for him. So
yeah, but mm-hmm. Go ahead. But I think because I understand the fear you have, but he's going to Madrid with a new manager in Xabi Alonso. And I have my personal with Alonso because I've spoken to some Madrid fans in terms of what do you think about Alonso coming in as a manager. All of them were like, we're going to be skeptical with Alonso because he's young and he's going to Madrid, where Madrid is a big club and it's going to be all eyes on Alonso to deliver because of the kind of manager is young. They will expect it to deliver because they expect it is Alonso. You have to be able to deliver. But having the kind of players around him to be able to say, okay, I'm going to go to a new club. I'm going to deliver. This is the kind of player I have right now. He should be able to deliver. That's my favorite Alonso because he's a young manager. It's different when you have Carlo Ancelotti, where you know he's going to improve you as a player. You know that he will improve you as a player. But again, Ancelotti just have this one formation and he doesn't change it. But with Xabi Alonso, he can switch it around. Back for today, tomorrow back three, but he still stick with the same principle. He does not change his principle. Mm-hmm.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Because this is what I'm doing. So I'm looking at so this is a comparison of Frimpong and Trent, because obviously Frimpong has been the wing back for Xabi Alonso, right? And
yes.
So I'm just looking specifically first. I'm looking at the heat map, right? You see how much more on the Frimpong is compared to Trent, right? And then you see like he's more his overlapping runs. He's going all the way down to the box and going in, whereas Trent is kind of stopping here, obviously because Salah is going to take up like this area over here.
Yep.
So, and I do think, to be fair, right? Like again, you look at what I'm talking about in terms of dribbling and the fact that Trent is more of a ball passer compared to Frimpong. And I do think that what's his name? Alonso is the type of manager that can adapt. So I don't think he's just gonna play him like the same way he uses Frimpong.
That's my fear. That is my fear. If he can adapt, I don't know. That's my biggest fear with Alonso. The Madrid fan I've spoken to have so much skepticalism with Alonso that can he adapt? We don't. That's their fear with Alonso. Can he do the adaptation? They know how good of a manager because he's young, upcoming, which he can improve. But that is my fear with Alonso. You are going from Leverkusen to Madrid for me. That is a big fear because all eyes will be on you because it's Real Madrid. All eyes will be on you because it's Madrid. Madrid want instant success. And with Florentino Perez, I don't know how patient he will be with Xabi Alonso coming in as a young manager. How long time will he gonna give him to build the squad around the squad Alonso wants, the Galacticos Alonso Perez wants? Can they align together? That I'm not sure of. That is my big fear with Alonso because there's skepticalism with him because Perez will not give you time. It will not give you time at all. It won't give you time. But again, Anord will not be able to go to Madrid without having an assurance in terms of who the new manager is gonna be, where does he want to play in. It will not leave Liverpool without having assurance. It won't leave there. So there must be some certain assurance that is given by the board and the new manager coming in that this is my formation, this is what I want to play, this is what I wanted to improve as a player, this is what I wanted to do. So I'm looking forward to see what Alonso is going to do in Madrid. I'm going to keep an eye a lot on the La Liga, especially to see what Alonso does with Anord. How will they shape up the system? Are they going to go for a prolific number 9? Or are they going to stick with Mbappe, Vini? The defenders, who are they going to buy? Because in Leverkusen, he used Gramado as a wing back and he used Frimpong. And as a left wing back and East as a right wing back. So they alternate a lot. Sometimes I also play back four, where it switch up the formation, but it stick with the same principle. It doesn't change its principle. So how does that work together with Anord going forward and defensively? We have to wait and see on that one. But I cannot, I cannot bring down his ability as a player. That boy can actually play. When it comes to crossing ability, his creativity, it's up there. In my head right now, Cafu, Philip Lam, Daniel Alves. In my head, these are the three people I know right now in my head that are better than Arnold. Arnold is a world-class player. Whether people want to say is a defensive liability or not, I don't care. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a world-class. When I'm talking about world-class, there is a world-class player. He is a world-class player. That's how good of a player he is. That good of a player. You have to give him his sport. But in going to Madrid, he has his own mindset on that. Liverpool fans need to understand this. He's making his decision. You don't need to start spending threat and death threat to him. No, he's making his decision. You have to respect his decision as a player. You have to let it go. You have to let it go. You got to respect his decision as a player. You got to let him go. Whether people like it or not, you got to let him go. You got to let him go. Chris, is that you?
Yes, that's me. It's me.
How you doing, brother? Long time, bro. I know. I see. I already know what's gonna happen in terms of your talk because we spoke about this in long time ago.
Chris, just so you know, before you go, I fuck with your club now. Your club's not my second favorite club, bro.
Chris, let me ask you now. I have a lot of questions to ask you. First, your overall emotion with Arnold. Secondly, how Liverpool fans how are they feeling with Arnold? And going to Madrid, where is your head at? Is it the right move for him? Is it the wrong move? Where is your head at with Alonso coming as a new manager?
Wait, what's your first question?
My first question is, what's your overall emotion with Arnold?
And what's different with the second question?
The second one is the Liverpool fans. Where is their head at? Because I've been seeing the news. There's some death threat about him. You want him to die. He cannot live. I'm like, oh, hold on a minute. Just hold on. Just calm. Excuse me, what? Just calm down, man, please. Just calm down, please. Liverpool fans, I'm begging. This is a human being. Please. If James wants to leave Chelsea today, he can carry his bag and go. I don't care. Because James, for me, I don't even want him as my captain because he's not reliable for me on the pitch. I don't even want him to be the captain. He can go. He can. I don't want to attention to James.
Yeah.
Not just because I rate James, but if James cannot give me 30-something Premier League gift, he can F off. I'm sorry, he can go. I am a Chelsea fan. It doesn't mean I can't talk about James because he's a captain. I'm sorry, no. The La Copa first, La Copa first. I don't care about them.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
That's me. So you're about Arnold.
Okay, so overall, look, man, when you're a big club, it's never a good thing to lose a world-class player to another big team. And now it's even worse when you lose a world-class player to a big team for free. Nothing is coming back. So every resource that you're gonna have to use to replace that person, it's gonna have to come from within, even more than if you got like a transfer fee. Because like I think when you get transfer fees, it's like not every amount that you get you're gonna reuse for the transfer spend, but at least some of it you will. But yeah, it's never a good thing if you're a big club and you lose a world-class player to another big team. It's never a good thing. So on that part, it sucks. But on the other side of it, it's like I've always been a player and empowerment type of fan. It's like if a player wants to put himself first, go for it. Because at the end of the day, every organization puts themselves first. Because if Trent Alexander-Arnold was horrible, like he wasn't just a lazy defender, but he couldn't create anymore, and he was terrible overall, every single person would want him gone. So in the same breath, if a player doesn't see a future with the club he's at anymore, I always believe they're in their right to choose themselves and go somewhere else. So overall, that's my overarching feeling on it. As Trent I never had like an attachment for him individually as a player, just because I don't really like his game. Like it annoys me a bit. But I appreciate what he does, what he was doing for us. Like incredible creator, incredible outlet, those long balls, the vision, the creativity, all of that. Incredible. It's gonna be super hard to like replace that. But I personally don't want us to replace it at front back. I want us to replace it from approach perspective. Like so, play more through Salah and add more creativity in midfield, and buy a traditional right back that can be competent offensively.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of like the Liverpool fan reception online saying, "Oh, he should die. He's Judas Iscariot," all this stuff. Like, man, let's be real. We've been seeing this since January, so I'm not exactly surprised at what I'm seeing today. But I've always said this, man. Like, football fans are A, some of the most fickle people you'll ever meet, and B, some of the most vile people you'll ever come across. It's like they'll love you when you're for them, but if you're against them, you're the devil. And they'll treat you like you're the devil. And I don't want to be like a fan like that. So yeah, it's crazy to see, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but because Liverpool fan, I can understand because I listened to what Jamie Carragher said today, and my problem with Jamie Carragher comment is a little bit weird because I remember very well Jamie playing for Liverpool and also Steven Gerrard too, and I'm like Carragher, Anord is 26 and he has every right to decide if this is where he wants to go. I don't think it's all about money for Anord because if it's all about money, he will have signed a contract way longer because there will be a demand for that he want. Salah and Badak already stayed because Liverpool give them exactly what they want. I don't think it's all about money. I think it's about different thing entirely where it's already made up mind and said I told the club I want to leave. Regardless of the money, I don't care. I want to leave. Enough is enough. I've given you I've won the Premier League for you guys and I've won this year. It's time for me to choose a new adventure. Enough is enough. And I don't blame that when the player chooses to go. I don't blame that. But there are people who need to understand his emotion as a player that it's given his all. There's nothing because it's given his all in terms of is on the on pitch and off pitch. It might not be good right back to some people, but Arnold is it when it comes to world class, he's a world class player. There's nothing no one can say about it. He's a world class player because he's proving it season after season after season after season. He's proving it. So you can't just say just because he wants to leave Liverpool now. Is a crap player. We don't want him at my club. He's crap. I don't want him. Stay at your club. No. There must be a reason Madrid have been tracking him for a very long time. There must be a reason for that. And even going to Madrid with a new manager in Xabi Alonso is a different atmosphere entirely because he's going to a new club and a new system. And the new system Alonso plays fit exactly Alexandre Arnold's way of playing football. It doesn't need to do too much. It will do the defending aspect of the game, but it will do less of a defending because of the way Alonso plays football. And Liverpool fans, they see you can't escape Madrid in the Champions League. You can't escape them. You eventually face them. I don't know what reception you're gonna get if eventually Madrid face Liverpool, maybe in the quarterfinal or the semis when it travels to Anfield. I don't know the reception he's gonna get. That's gonna be awkward for him. I don't know. What do you think? So what do you think in terms of him going to Madrid playing under Xabi Alonso? Do you think it's the right thing for him playing under Alonso the way Alonso play football? You think it's the right thing for him or what do you think?
But can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear yes. I can hear yes.
Yeah. So what I was saying is on that protection thing, I think one thing we also need to factor in is the level of protection that Trent got as a player at Liverpool because he's one of our own. He won't get that at Real Madrid. So like the mistakes and lapse in concentration and more importantly, like laziness, unwillingness to fight for every ball defensively. He's not going to get that same protection at Real Madrid. So I'm curious to see when they boo him and when, they make him feel like crap for not doing what he should be doing primarily, how he responds to that. But from like a tactical perspective, I guess we'll see what Xabi Alonso wants to bring. I heard SK talking about how he expects
Mm-hmm.
Alonso to adapt. I think every good manager, like not just great, every good manager, to some degree, they adapt to the players that they have. So just
Oh, because
because he
did
has
you see
Frank Palm
the? Did you see?
coming down the wing and overlapping and cutting in, I don't think he's going to expect that same thing from Trent because Trent's game is different. Trent is really a deep lying playmaker playing at right back. He's like a six playing at right back, to be honest. That's how he is. He's not very quick, doesn't dribble, but his passing, the invention of the moves that he's trying to execute, the creativity, all of that. It's the mind of a six, essentially. So I think Xabi Alonso is going to adapt to that Trent skill set, which is what every good manager should do. And I think he'll be successful. I think he'll be successful.
Yeah, but because of the way Alonso play, because Alonso play more, he loves to play as a wing, he loves to play wing back a lot. So it will fit into what Anord wants. But my fear, I said it, I was even talking to John about it, and some Madrid fans. My fear with Alonso is very simple. Moving to the Leverkusen to Madrid is a big fear. I don't know if Perez is gonna give him time to adapt like in the way Alonso wants to play. It's gonna give him time to implement the system because of the way Perez is hiding. Alonso is young manager. He will make mistake. I don't know how Madrid hierarchy is gonna feel when they start making blunders, some tactical decision overthink stuff too much. I don't know how the Madrid fans is gonna feel, the Madrid ownership, because Perez is not a patient president. That's my big fear with Alonso. He's young. So this step he's taking is a big one for me in terms of, are you sure? Are you really sure? That's my fear.
Man, if Real Madrid was in the Premier League, I think it'll be a bit different in terms of the conversation about time and all this stuff. Like, I think you will need time at Real Madrid, but the reality is he's in a league that's like monopolized by Barcelona and Real Madrid. So even if there's relative struggle, relative resistance, it's still guaranteed to finish in the top four. So I think, and because Real Madrid, they've had Carlo for like a couple of years, and it feels like there hasn't really been anything tactically. It's like an elevator. It's just been go out and play PE ball type of thing. I think Xabi Alonso has a good opportunity to actually be afforded the time. So I don't think time is really that issue. It's just about if he's good enough, to be honest. And I think if the signs that he's good enough, where players are improving and the tactics and the setup looks exciting, even if the result on day one they look like the best, I think it'll be okay for at least like a year.
Mm-hmm. Because because I understand him going to Madrid wants to try new adventure, going to Madrid and say, okay, I want to go to Madrid with the player. I think the player he has at his disposal, and with Madrid is going to be buying potentially this summer, might fit into what Alonso work in terms of having that time. Because according to the report, he won't take over for the Club World Cup. He will probably take over when the Club World Cup finish, because he said he doesn't want to take over in the Club World Cup because he needs to like have his full squad ready for the new season. So I don't know, because Madrid are getting all the players in terms of the central back they want, the wing back position and everything, kind of setting up the team for him. By the time the Club World Cup finish in July, Alonso will be able to talk about the preseason, because that's like a preseason to them. He will be getting ready for the new season in, looking at the players he has and the current players he has. They're preparing the team to make them compete. Whether they win La Liga this year or not, we still have to wait and see, because the season is not finished yet. But I also go to Madrid is a big one for me, because I want to keep my eye on him and see how far it's gonna go in terms of the way it's gonna push the team. Because I think if there is a potential manager, he can go somewhere in terms of his ability to coach team and make things better. But I also believe, because he's young and he's going to Madrid, I believe is a way bigger step for me. And you know what I'm saying? I think it's a way bigger step for me, this is my fear in terms of, okay, I understand you're in Leverkusen right now, but going to Madrid Madrid is like a political club. Them and Barcelona are like a political club where they always want to be on social media a lot. They always want to do this talk. And when I go to a club like that, you have to be extremely good for you to have a lot of PR on your side. And because it's not for that club before, I believe it will have more input just because it's played for the club before. So be able to have more importance. So I've played for this club before. I have experience in this club. I should be able to know what this club wants and what they don't want. So that's my take in that aspect. In terms of okay, I should be able to know what this club wants and what this club doesn't want. So I don't think it's gonna be difficult for him to adapt. I'm just a little bit worried with Alonso in terms of going to Madrid from there because to Madrid, that's my only fear. That's my only fear.
Yeah, I think there's always gonna be like potential when someone comes in and they're new. But at the end of the day, if you're good enough, it'll work on. I think for the most part, if you're good enough, it'll work on.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, there's a bit of an echo.
Go ahead, Esky, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? There's a bit of an echo.
Yeah, there's an echo.
I think it's is it from me or from where?
I don't know.
It might be from you, Abdullahi.
Are you doing something about July?
Yeah, I think the echo might be
I'm
from
talking now.
Abdullahi.
Is it from me? Okay. Because I'm using my microphone, I've changed everything, so I'm trying to see if it's for me.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if it's for me because I've kind of turned everything. Because I've taken it out of my laptop. I'm using my headphone, so it should be able to work now.
Okay.
So actually, yeah, you're saying something. You're saying something. So go ahead.
I just want to because it was a bit weird. Also, slightly off topic. I'm currently watching Nottingham Forest struggle to break down a low block, and this is so satisfying to watch, bro. I can't explain it to you.
Who are they playing?
Crystal Palace.
Oh,
Them dudes are
still no,
struggling. Now they know how it feels, but to be a good team, bro.
and now they know how it feels to play them.
Yeah, freaking bastards. But yeah, sorry, continue, bro. I just want to. I'm just loving watching them frustrated, bro. They're annoying. Okay, Chris, because I was alluding to this earlier, and you kind of brought it up too. If Trent doesn't work out at Madrid, how screwed is he? Like, out of curiosity.
Yeah, if he doesn't work out in Madrid, brother, I see him. He's definitely not coming back to Liverpool. It's gonna be like some Michael Owen thing, honestly. Like
I think
he's not
I
coming
don't
back.
think. See, the problem is, I think I
Yeah.
don't. People are saying we're gonna work at Madrid. People are forgetting. Anord is 26. He's not a young player.
I'm not saying he's not going.
Quality. You should be able to work in Madrid with those players.
What if he doesn't?
It is possible.
But I'm saying what happens then? Because he can't go back to Liverpool, and what he's good at.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
With this quality of player is.
If I'm Trent
me,
and
I
it
don't
doesn't
think
work out in Madrid, I'm going to like Bayern. I'm gonna sell myself to like Bayern Munich or the Serie A, honestly. I'm definitely not going back to Liverpool. I don't think he'll go back to the Prem.
Because I think that's one of the dangers that comes with being like a niche archetype type of footballer.
Yeah,
is like you really have to like pick your moves very carefully.
that's true. Actually, that's very true. But yeah, no, good luck to him, man. Like, I don't hold any grudge towards him. Wish him the best, except for if Madrid plays Liverpool. But outside of that, whatever, man. Let's move on. I'm focused on Liverpool. We need to worry about ourselves. And also, one thing I want to mention, which is something that fans don't want to face this reality, bro. If you don't want to keep being little broed by Madrid and any other team, then implore your club to start acting like a big club. Stop enabling this idea that we can go a summer without signing anyone, and that is okay. It's not okay to behave like this. It's not at all. It's pathetic. It's pathetic to
Chris, bro. I've seen those wages, bro. Y'all be paying McDonald's wages, bro.
It's embarrassing, and there are people with the nerve to be like, they take honor in this, that Liverpool doesn't pay that much. We're not like Chelsea and City who just splurge money. They take honor in this. Like, bro, if you want to be the best, you have to be willing to spend the best.
And the thing is, from what I've gathered, Liverpool's not a great place to live either. Right? Like if you're
Yeah,
a footballer in your 20s.
yeah, it isn't if you're not like conservative. I think.
Okay, so then if you bro, like if you don't even have like location tax, bro, like you can't be spending McDonald's money, bro. Like bro, I think I saw that like Kelleher is on like 2.5K or some crap a week. Like, bro, Chris, bro.
That's
There are
crazy.
regular civilians that make more than that. Like that's diabolical, bro.
Yeah, but Chris, now who do you replace Trent with? Like what? Because I also play Frimpong in Leverkusen. And when I told Liverpool fans about Frimpong, they almost cut my head off. I'm like, what is going on with Frimpong that Liverpool fans are getting that are already getting pissed to dimension Frimpong? Like, is there some attachment? Like, I'm confused. I need some explanation because when I mention Frimpong in some Liverpool fans, they're almost like, what the fuck are you saying? I'm like, hold on, I'm just listening to a player. He hasn't got to this stage where you're gonna be a little bit awkward. I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
Also, Chris, bro, so who do you think what do you think Liverpool should do to replace Trent? Do you think they should try to see if they could find a player in a similar ilk or just kind of like refurbish the fullback role altogether and kind of adjust to not having that type of creativity? And then I guess maybe I'll also supplement that with what if you guys look like when Connor Bradley is getting minutes right now? Would you say that's like good enough for the level that you want to maintain? Even if it's like not him specifically.
Yeah. So whenever, since Connor Bradley's been in the team, I've been impressed with like the wave of playing. But I've always said like ideally, I do want to refurbish like, the structure of the team.
Wait.
Like if I know there's so much background. Do you mind?
Hold on, what do you say?
The echo is still there, so I think you mentioned something.
Okay, let me just make it. Keep talking, Chris. Let me mute myself. Let's keep talking.
Okay, yeah. So I've always said in an ideal world, like if we sell Trent, refurbish the structure of the team. I don't want us looking for another kamikaze right back. No. Sign a right back with a defensive base that can be competent offensively and actually structure this team to gear creativity to flow from midfield up. Like incentivize these guys. If the guys that currently on they can't do it, upgrade, which is why I'm imploring to sign for another 10 to supplement Joboslai and supplement other players that are there. And I'm saying sign an actual striker that's deadly, that makes it easier to actually create. Because we already create anyways, but we're creating for these dum-dums, you know. I'm tired of these guys. But just specifically on the Trent thing, like I don't want us looking for ideally, I don't want us trying to sign a Frimpong or the next kamikaze right back. No. Like personally, I'd rather try that at left back because there's a number of attacking left backs that are decent and up. As opposed to right backs, the market isn't there in terms of like people like 23, 24 years and up. They either like club tied and probably won't leave, like Hakimi, or they're just not available. So I'd rather get like a Jet Spence who very good defensively, good in terms of holding onto the ball, passing and moving, but he's not groundbreaking offensively. I'm okay with that, provided that same thing that we were looking for with Trent, we supplemented somewhere else.
That's fair. Okay, like if you were try to like replace Trent's creative output, what player do you think has to be sacrificed to do that? What player would you want to like bring in? So
wait, what's your question? If
because obviously you guys have to replace creativity somehow. Right?
wait, sorry, hold on. Abdullah, sorry.
Hello?
Yeah. So what are you gonna ask us?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm just muted for you guys to keep.
Okay, no problem. So I'm saying, okay, so obviously you guys, like you said, you guys need to replace Trent's creativity somehow. So I'm saying, like, what role in your squad as it is right now do you think has to be like overhauled to do that? Like, what player do you think has to either adapt to that said role or be phased out in order to replace with like a player that can add in that creativity? And do you have any like takers in mind in terms of like midfield or winger or whatever to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So firstly, this isn't really in any order, but I'm just gonna say it this way. Firstly, give Salah more of the ball. This whole thing of 40 touches, I respect your thing, but I want him. Like, I want the mentality of the team. Give this guy more of the ball, more than anything. Secondly, I've been advocating for a deep lying playmaker that has the mindset to control the game and has the mindset to dictate the tempo, which is what's his name, Stiller from Stuttgart, or Zubimendi. But I'm looking at Adam Wharton and Stiller in specific. So those are like two cornerstones already. And then thirdly, add another creative attacking midfielder, whether that's Ryan Cherky, whether that's Xavi Simmons, whether that's Verts. It's going to take a lot of money, but if you want to maintain the levels and if you want to upgrade and be better, that's what it takes, especially when you don't spend anything for a year. There's no justification not to overspend the next year. I don't even want to use the word overspend. It's overcompensate for what you didn't do the previous year. So it's deserved.
That's fair.
I agree what you said in terms of because I don't know the last time I see you guys spend a lot of money was Van Dijk and Alisson when you brought them in when Klopp was here. Like 75 million,
and Fabinho, yeah.
And Fabinho too. So I understand the Caicedo one in terms of buying Caicedo and you kind of pull out with Wagner to pull out. So I know that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure of you guys strategy that I know that I've seen you guys doing spend above 200 million plus. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to spend. But have you seen the report also? So you guys this season you guys are ready to spend absolutely above yes the way you expect. So my expectation is I'm expecting a right back, I'm expecting a left back, I'm expecting a midfielder, I'm expecting a winger, I'm not even expecting a striker. So that you're gonna be spending above 200 million plus. For me, that's an ambition. That shows the readiness and ambition to be able to spend. So because remember my question that I asked you on the chat. Are you willing to put 100 million ready on the table for Isaac and tell Newcastle give us Isaac ES 150? I don't think you can do that to Isaac by change because you have to be. Isaac is a player where you have to be able to change his mind and say, okay, Isaac, whether you make UCL or not, we want you at Liverpool. We believe you'll be good enough to propel us to defend our title and also make us a force to reckon in world football, potentially in EPL and across Europe. And you can even win a UCL here because with you around us and the players around us, we are capable of winning a championship and a Premier League around us. So you can convince Isaac. Now the problem we're going to be facing is Newcastle, not even Isaac, because even if you put the money on the table for 150, will Newcastle budge? Will they say yes, or will they be like, okay, we're gonna go low below you guys, put extra 50 million on it because you just won the league? So it's a complicated deal to do with Alexander Isaac because that's my belief in terms of getting the number 9. That's what I believe you guys should be going for. If you're not gonna go for Guy Conrad, that's what I believe you should be going for. But I don't know if Liverpool and FXG will be able to do a deal like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I rate Isak, but it's like not just Liverpool. If any team was in our position, I wouldn't advocate to sign Isak just because there are like so many other holes in the team. Just spending 150 mil for one striker, it's you're likely conceding the idea of like not signing the left back that you need to start, not signing the number 6 that you need, not signing a third centre back because can you believe it? The only centre backs that we have that are professionals are Van Dijk and Konate. Konate's injury prone. We were lucky that he barely got injured this season, but he's still injury prone. If he's not there long term, who's gonna play? Joe Gomez and Kwanzaa, bro, we're not there. Those guys, Kwanzaa in specific, shouldn't even be in the lineup. They shouldn't be on the bench. He should be on loan at Wigan or PPR, with all due respect, you know. So planning just doesn't make enough sense for me, given that there's so many other positions that we need to fill up. If everything else is perfect and all we needed was a 9, sure, go for Isak or go for the best possible candidate. But until that day, nah.
I get what you say, but again, because of the way you guys are right now, I don't think you're gonna spend that money on Alexander Isak because that's a lot of money to even see to bring out and spend. That's a lot of money because of the player Isak is. That's a lot of money because what demanded from me. Because I'm willing to see which club are gonna be able to pay that kind of amount of money and say, okay, here's 150 plus for Isak. Because I think he worth the money, but that is a lot of money to be able to pay for a caliber player. Like it's worth the money, but you have to be able to convince Newcastle to even sell their star player. It's very difficult to do. It is difficult to do. Very, very difficult to do. Because he's a star player. He is a star player, so it's difficult to do for a player. But because for what you said in terms of not just spending money on him only, but other aspects of the game where you can spend that money on other aspects of the game and kind of maximize your spending. I can understand that in that aspect of the game. I understand that. I get that. So that's that in that aspect, yes. But which defender are you guys looking at in terms of buying? I'm hearing Dean Howson. I believe Howson will go to Chelsea because we're also looking at him too. I think we will go to Chelsea. Not just because now I want him, but again I'm still a little bit not sure yet because he's a young player. In terms of Liverpool, you guys have Ibrahim Konate. I don't know, like it's because Howson wants to play. He wants to play. Whatever he wants to go to, he wants to play football. Arsenal, he will not get the playing time in Arsenal because they have Saliba, they have Gabriel. He's not gonna play there. In Liverpool, there's Konate. You will have to bench Konate to be able to even play above Konate. I'm not sure of that in terms of Liverpool. So which defender are you guys looking at?
Well, I haven't really seen any serious links to anyone outside of Hoyson. But if I was trying to advocate, if I was trying to convince Hoyson to like come to Liverpool, I would present the idea that like, yo, not is injury prone, but it wouldn't be like the leading thing. The leading thing is just when you look at like the success rates of signings of certain talent threshold, they tends to be success, like high success rates, at least in like recent memory at Liverpool versus at Chelsea. Maybe you won't really say like talent level, but like name and expectation, and within that age bracket, and like the hurdles that they face to be successful, and then also where they are right now as a club. I would just say, yo, like it's probably a smarter idea to come to Liverpool. But in any case, it's like, brother, your third choice behind Van Dijk, who's 34 years old this year, and he's only getting older, and Kunate, who doesn't have to play every single game, and he's still injury prone, and you could partner with him at some point. Like, just think long term. He's only 19, 20 years old, and this is Liverpool, the current champions of the world. You know,
Yeah,
so it's still a good option.
it is. I agree. It is. It now depends on where Zinhouse goes to. It depends on where he decides to go to because I think that guy has a very high ceiling. But again, I'm just a little bit skeptical in terms of his young. He's young, or just my little bit skepticism of him. But he's good. He can play on the right. He can play on the left. He's a double-footed player. He's very, very good because I've been watching him a lot, and I keep my eye on him a lot on Saturday when they played against Arsenal. That boy can actually play football. He's very good. And then, I can't even believe he's 6'5". I was like, 6'5"? Interesting. 6'5", and he's moving like that. It is good. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. So I want to see what defender you guys are going to buy in terms of partnership with Van Dijk, in terms of, okay, this is the defender. You're going to be partnering with the defender. The right back, I still don't know who the right back you're going to buy. People are saying, Ola, I know. It's going to be a free transfer this summer because he's leaving Nottingham Forest. And Nottingham Forest will not release his contract. They want to take a risk on him. He's 29 years of age. You want to take a risk on Aino, or you're going to win because it's going to go on a free transfer. Look, Nottingham Forest are not ready to renew his contract. Is that a risk you want to take on Aino? I'm not sure. You want to take the risk on Aino, or you want to go to different profile of player?
Ola Aina, he's a right back though. He's right back.
He's the right back, yes. It's going on the free transfer this year because Nottingham Forest are not renewing his contract. It's going on the free transfer.
Nah, I rate him to be honest, but yeah, nah. Let's still somewhere else.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a free transfer in the summer because Forest are not ready to renew his contract. So I'm like, it might be an option for you guys. It might be an option.
Nah, maybe, but just personally, yeah, look somewhere else.
Hmm. That's what I'm saying. I've not seen the right back you guys are linked with except Jeremy Frimpong, and I'm like, the way you guys play with Frimpong, I'm still not sure yet with Frimpong because it's predominantly for me more as a wing back for me. I don't know if it's good as a natural right back. It's more of a wing back for me. Yeah, you can develop to be a right back, bumping forward, you guys play, but it's more of a wing back for me. So I don't know how strong the link is with Jeremy Frimpong with you guys. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess there'll have to be an element of trust in the process and trust in the plan of whoever they bring in.
But again, there's Bradley. Is there like you guys have a right back in the academic where if Bradley become the first choice, then the right back will become like second option in terms of when Bradley doesn't play. I don't know if you guys have like somebody at the
Yeah,
academic. I don't know.
I want Bradley to become first choice, but he is a little injury prone, and you know, seeing as we're losing Trent, you still need like a starter caliber right back to replace him, like just within the squad.
Hmm. I agree.
Because
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Mhm. That's what I'm saying. I want to see what you guys gonna buy in terms of defensive aspect of the game. Who do you gonna buy for right back, left back, center back? Who you gonna buy then? I think that will determine where I'm gonna see where Liverpool is. Are you gonna defend your title? Or it's gonna be a different title. I want to see who you're gonna replace Anord with. If Anord goes, who are you replacing him with? Who is the left back? You're gonna replace left back with who? Who is gonna be the defender? Konate, Varyak, and who? So this one, looking at the aspect of the game, I'm looking at. I'm like, okay, maybe. I think you guys you might buy Kekes of Belmont to pair with Robertson because I think he's also good also too. I like him also too. He's also too. And this Ayaz guy, his name is Ato. That's Hato. He's good too. I like him too. He's good too. He might be the left back, maybe to partner with Robertson. Sometimes if Robertson doesn't play, he might go for Ato. That's another player I like too. Kekes is also good too. So there's a lot of options for you guys in terms of left back. But right back, there's a lot of scarcity in terms of right back because in my head right now, I can't even pinpoint. Maybe I have to go back and check other leagues and see. Maybe at the moment right now, is it in my head? Maybe Frimpong. But I don't know. You don't want Olaino. Maybe Dumfries of Inter Milan. He's been pretty well.
yeah, it's very hard to like think of like right back that can replace someone like Trent. Which is why I'm just going to the basics, man. I'm looking at a traditional right back of like the right age, played in this league, and I think he's been pretty decent this season, even though the team's been pathetic, which is Jed Spence. You know, I think fundamentally he's
Do
a
you
decent.
think okay? The question: Do you think Tottenham will sell Jay Spence to you guys?
Yeah, I think they would. Like 40 mil. Yeah.
Interesting. Spence is not bad though. I think it's good also. It's not bad, but I think because he played for Tottenham Hotspur, his potential hasn't shown enough. Because I remember him when he was playing for the championship team. Which team was he playing for the championship? I want to remember the team. Is it Bristol City? Which team was he playing for in the championship before he went to Tottenham Hotspur? I've forgotten the team he was playing for. It's actually good. So,
I think it was Reading, but I don't remember. Let me see.
is it Reading or Bristol City? Is it Reading or Bristol City? Just Spence. Let me see. Is it Bristol City or Reading? I'm not sure. I have to check and see. That's another player I would love you guys to sign because he's good, but I think they need to go to a better team where he can show his potential because he's a good player. He's good, but because he's playing for Tottenham Hotspur, so there's a little bit of chemistry that okay, maybe because he's Tottenham Hotspur, his potential
Yeah,
has not shown.
he played for Middlesbrough, and I played for most of Middlesbrough.
Yeah. So, Trent Alexandre Arnold leaving Liverpool to go into Madrid, another free transfer to Madrid again. Like, good or bad? Like, where's your head at? And in terms of right back, where do you rate him? Because I have Cafu, I watched Cafu play, I watched Philip Lam play, I watched Daniel Alves play. So he's a world class player for me. But where do you put him? I put him in top. For me, he's in top. Is in my top five. For me, he's in my top five. Okay, are you there? Hello, okay. Are you there? I think he's muted right now. So, SK, top five. Is he there or not?
I think I'd probably still have to put Carvajal over him for now.
So, yeah, top five.
That I've seen, yeah. So obviously, like you said, Lam, Alves. I caught like the end of Cafu's career, so I'm not really gonna put him on this list because I didn't watch him that much. I think currently, yeah, I'd put Lam over. I mean, not Lam, Carvajal over him as well, at least for right now. Trying to think, what other right backs are there that are in this conversation? I mean, I didn't really watch this guy, so you can tell me what do you think of Maicon?
Yeah, I watched Cafu play. I watched Cafu play Brazil.
What do you think of Maicon?
Maicon for me is not bad, but Maicon is not a world class for me. He's not a world class. For me, I put him as a decent player. He's not world class for me. Maicon is not world class.
He was elite. Elite during the previous season.
Yeah, but Maicon, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, nope. It is good, but to be a world class player, you have to have a lot of aspects, ability, so many stuff. No, I'm sorry, Maicon.
No. What would you guys say about? Okay, I'm just gonna go through some names. You guys tell me. What do you guys think of Pete Kyle Walker?
Very good.
I think it's very good, but it's not world class. I'm sorry, not world class. I'm sorry.
Cancelo before you.
Like personally, the standard that I've always had for like a world class right back isn't the same as the standard for like a striker and midfielder and stuff. So it's like even if I didn't have like Daniel, I've never had him as like a top 10 player, but I could have called him like a world class right back because he was like the best world class right back for too many years. Same thing with Philip Lahm. I might have never had him in like my top 10, 15, 20 players, but he was the best right back at a certain point. So to me, he was the best right back. So therefore, he was a world class right back. So similar thing with what's his name, Kyle Walker. Like there were years I had him as a world class right back, the best one. Like 16, 17 for Spurs, first year with City, 17, 18, and around that era.
Yeah, but because people talk about world class, I look at a lot of aspects in terms of when you call a player world class. Just Lam a lot to be able to say he's a world class player for me. I want Daniel Alves a lot. Daniel Alves is good. Cafu is also very, very good too. So in my head right now, those are right back I can mention. Maicon is not a worker. It's a good player, but I don't think it's not a worker. He's a good player.
What about Aspilicueta?
Aspilicueta is good. I don't think it's world class. It's an elite player, but it's not a world class. I'm sorry, it's not.
See, I feel like it's not really. I'm really thinking about it. It's not really a lot.
Yeah, that's I can even right now. It's very difficult to mention like a lot of because I'm talking about world class. Like you have to be able to have longevity in your club. What you have won in terms of maybe my say club level and international level, which I understand, but what you can produce for your club on a consistent level, season after season, and Anord has produced for Liverpool, season after season, year after year. So he's there. I don't care what people say. He is there. People might say he's not good defensively, but that brother has been consistent. My goodness, Anord, wow, what a player, man! What a player! Man!
I have a question. SK, seeing if you don't have Carvajal, I mean, you don't have Trent above Carvajal, which I find shocking, but it's fine. Who do you think feels better between Ivanovic and Carvajal as right backs, not who accomplished more because of the team, just as right backs?
Ivanovic?
Yeah.
I mean, I probably have to still go with Carvajal. I think the thing with Ivanovic is that you have to also think about how much of a more defensive system Chelsea were compared to Real Madrid. Like Ivanovic was always good at like popping up in the right areas in terms of like goal scoring and that kind of stuff specifically for like right back. But like there was really nothing I would say he did on the ball that was like ultra elite. I think Ivanovic was probably like a better small movement. But also you have to for that Real Madrid side, like they don't really need you to like pick up advanced areas like that when you have like a thousand players. So I'd probably say like I probably because again less protection, more in terms of like marking your side. But maybe I also have to do my due diligence. There's one thing that I also would have to hold against, especially like a lot of those defenders, how bad Madrid were in the league, even in that time span as well. So right now I still go Carvalho, but like we gotta do some revision on that.
Yeah, I think Ivanovic is because of the way Mourinho played then, and because of the way so many managers were in Chelsea then. Ivanovic is very, very good. I like Ivanovic going forward and coming back. That brother is good. I can never forget the goal he scored against Napoli in the Champions League. That was my favorite moment of Branislav Ivanovic. Going forward is good. Defending one-on-one is good also too. I would call Ivanovic as an elite player. Not worker, but as an elite player. He is very, very good. He is damn. I will even pick him ahead of Carvajal for me. For me, I'll pick him ahead of Carvajal for me because he is good. Going forward is good. Defending also is very, very good too. So I'm gonna pick him ahead of Carvajal. Not because I don't get Carvajal. I rate Carvajal very, very highly. But I will pick Branislav Ivanovic ahead of him a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit for me. Carvajal is good. But just a little bit, I'll pick Ivanovic.
Yeah, not fair. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. So that's for me. Because in my head right now, I can't phantom apart from the right back I've mentioned with what's called Dani Alves, Cafu, Philippe Lam and Co. In my head right now, I can't mention like when I'm talking about world class, you have to be able to have like longevity, consistency, and everything. So it's difficult to actually talk about right back because it's at the moment right now it's tough to talk about right back right now because I can't in my head I can't phantom like what I know that's different us in terms of watching it play because of the way club plays and everything. That's why I appreciate the football because of what club has done to kind of how Anord has invented his game as a player. So,
sorry, it's really, really hard to hear you right now. I don't know.
I said,
you're static.
Hold on. Can you guys hear me now?
No, we can hear your voice, but the audio is static. So there's a lot of rough background noise. So it's like clumping.
Am I clear now? Am I clear?
Yeah, it sounds more clear, I think.
Okay, I said because of the way club reinvented Arnold in terms of right back going forward and coming back. I said I've never seen a better right back right now in terms of the players I mentioned with Dani Alves, Cafu, what's called Philippe Lam and Co. It's difficult to find a right back because you have to be able to have consistency and longevity to be able to kind of give us that consistency. And player like Carvajal too is in that caliber of player too. Same thing with Branislav Ivanovic too. So in the modern era right now, it's difficult to for people like say Lucio, Maicon. Lucio and Maicon are good, but can I put them in the echelon of a right back of the world class? I don't think so for me. What do you guys think? Lucio and Maicon.
Personally, I think Maicon at his best was a world-class right back. But if you're looking at him in terms of his career, It's probably not as good as like a Trent, Dani Alves, Lam, just because the total amount of seasons of excellence, it's not as much, because it was only really like 3 years. Like I think 2 years like before the treble, year before the treble season, then maybe like the next year until Bale ripped into shreds in 10-11, then he was kind of cooked after that.
And for Lucio too, Lucio like because I know Lucio plays like it plays in right back also too. So it's difficult to pinpoint because in my head, apart from those three players I mentioned, it's difficult right now to even find this one who is the right back, this is the right back. So it's difficult in the modern era we are right now. It's difficult to find the right back right now because the game has changed a lot. It's changed a lot. So it's difficult finding a right back right now to actually say this is a world class right now. In my head thinking right now, but I don't know. It's difficult. I know right that's somebody is very very difficult. It's difficult. Okay, are you there? You muted. Okay, can you hear us? I think you're muted already. You're muted. So I don't know. 3 points, maybe. I don't know what Liverpool is gonna do in terms of replacement, but losing it for free for me is Chris. Losing it for free for me is a sackable offense. Whoever sanctioned that deal for me should be looked at with a very difficult eye. A player like Anord, at least you should be getting money from a player like that. Losing it for free for me is a little bit weird, and like I'm looking at it in a very like awkward. I'm like, so you didn't get any amount of money for Anord and you let him go for free? I'm like, interesting. That's very very difficult to swallow. I don't know what you think, Chris.
I mean, sure, it sucks, but like, if it's your billionaires, man, like I understand that there needs to be a bit of like balancing of the books and stuff, but it'll balance itself out eventually. He'll make a lot of money anyways. Whoever we sign, they're not gonna make like half of that he made over time. So it'll balance itself out. Like in terms of not getting 100 million, the only real losers are the owners. It's just an excuse. Honestly, you're a billionaire. This club makes so much money, and you take a lot of that money that they make. You don't even like give it back to the club to re-spend. So I don't want to harp too much on like not getting a fee. Like it sucks, sure, but it's not my money, man. It's not my money.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking at FSG with a very very different atmosphere this season. I'm gonna look at them in a very big eye this season. This season for me for me as a rival fans watching, I call it a do or die affair. It's a do or die. Either you spend that money or you fuck off. Either you spend that money or you F off. You cannot win a Premier League title and have a medical season. It does not make any sense at all. No. Either you spend that money, the money you don't want to spend, either you spend that money or you F off. That is my own logic of thinking. Watching as a rival. You better be able to spend. You can't lose a caliber player like Anord and you say, don't worry, we have Bradley, we'll be fine. Once if Bradley gets injured, then who do you play the Kwanzaa? Joe Gomez for you? Like for you? It doesn't make sense to me at all. There should be a balance in terms of signing replacement for Arnold and in terms of improving the creativity in the team. There have to be balance in that aspect of the game. There have to be enough balance. Because if there's no balance, then it doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm going to be looking at them very, very strictly with a scrutinized eye this summer to be able to see if how much are they going to spend, if they're going to actually spend money to actually say, okay, let's revitalize this squad. How good is enough in terms of revitalizing this squad? Like what are the replacements and everything? I'm gonna look at them that's gonna be the hang. I'm gonna look at them. I wanna see what they're gonna do in the summer. I wanna see. I'll be able to judge them more. To have that big talk, I'll be able to judge them more. I'll be able to judge them more with that aspect. I'll be able to judge them more. You see how in terms of that. So quick, before you go, Chris. Give me your summer budget for this summer. Right back, left back, midfielder, wingers, and striker. Chris, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know how much this amount in total, but I'll tell you the players that I want that I already mentioned in the group.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
So Gyökeres, Osimhen, Lautaro, all of them will cost between 60 and 75 million. Sign me one of them as a striker. Xavi Simmons, 65 million, Verts 100 million, or Church 40 million. Sign me one of them. Stiller, 50 million, Adam Wilson, 80 million. Sign me one of them. That's three already. Theo Fernandez, Kirkens, Nori. Each of them are probably going to be around 45 million. Find me one of them. Get Spence, Springcom, each like 30 to 40 million. Sign me one of them. And then position, Boyson or Morello. Or someone else, I don't know. But those two are just they're going to be around 60 million. Sign me one of them. North of 300 million. But that's what you get for not spending anything last season. Or at the beginning of this, you get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's it. That's like between the worth of 250 to 300.
Yeah.
With the player you just mentioned, that's like close to like 300.
Yeah, we better spend it. We shouldn't be
Interesting.
stingy with our pockets this summer. We need to spend.
That's not a bad transfer. But the question is, all the players you mentioned, will FSG do it? Will they?
What's your question?
Like the player you just mentioned right now, will FSG do it? Will they sign them? I'm not sure. All of them?
All of them are
I'm not sure.
available, and every single one of them on needs. So
I'm not sure if they will. I'm not sure. But they might sign some of them some, but I'm not sure they will be able to sign all of them. But I think they might. Kakes, I think they will. The Bournemouth left back, I think they will do that. They will. Right back is a dilemma for them because who are they going to sign for right back? That's going to be a big dilemma. And then left back because the Bournemouth player is being tracked a lot, is being looked at a lot. But the right back is who I don't know if they're going to be able to sign him because they have to be able to go to to say, okay, let's go to the market and actually buy a natural right back to see. But for the left back, it's gonna be Packers. Like, because it's the one that you guys are looking at is the one. And for the striker, Gyökeres is possible, Osimhen is possible. I don't think FSG will do it. I think FSG because what Osimhen wants, I don't think FSG will be able to pay the money of what Osimhen wants in terms of wages. That's why I'm like, maybe you might go for Eketike, maybe, or the lap, something like that. But because of you guys just won the league, I don't want you guys to go for just like one player. You guys need to be able to go for quality players for me. Not just one player, like not just potential. Quality players. But those are the players though. It's very, very interesting to see what FS is gonna do going forward. I want to see what he's gonna do going forward. But overall, it's not bad. I appreciate you for turning in to the show as a Liverpool fan because the Liverpool fans have said linked to all of them are just running away. They didn't show up. Maybe they're emotional, pissed off, angry. I don't know. But I really appreciate you for tuning in and showing up. Guys, like the video, guys, subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Like, subscribe, my people. Smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Smash the like button, guys. Peace out, my people. God bless and stay safe. Peace, my people.
peace.
All right, see you other way.
All right.